Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Throwing Rod's Garage. I am super excited about this one. Maggie is home. Now, Maggie's the name of this 1932 Austin 7 Top Hat Saloon. Now this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Now granted, she is dirty. We got her home a couple of weeks back. My boy and I, we took her for a quick spin after we got it running. Maggie a spin.
Oh, Maggie.
And of course it's been raining, so we drove it around on our driveway and it got absolutely filthy because, you know, county road. But we didn't go that quick, but it did throw a little bit of dirt here and there, but nothing she can't be washed with. Or washed. Sorry, I'm excited. But there is a car show tomorrow morning. Well, cars and coffee. And we're hoping to go to the car show that is about another hour away. So we're gonna hit cars and coffee first thing in the morning for sure. So I have to make sure she is good, pretty. She does run. I got the fuel issue fixed. It was not the fuel pump. I'm excited about that because getting the diaphragm was kind of a goat rope back and forth. But anyways, it was the fuel inlet to the fuel tank, you know, for the line that goes up to the front, to the carburetor. It was clogged, so it has some pretty old fuel. It has been sitting for a while. But anyhow, it has two fuel filters. I already have those replaced. And I just blew back air pressure into the fuel tank, cleared it out, fired right up. But I'm going to go ahead and drain the fuel. Now, in my last video that I did on this thing, when it was still at Miss Laura's house, I drained the fuel, we got it fired up, all that good jazz, but it sat for a little bit longer, a few months. So a lot of that rotten stuff down at the bottom of the tank finally broke its way free, and that's why I clogged that fuel line. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain it again, might as well. And this time I have some 91 octane for it. I was informed by a subscriber, thank you very much, that this thing does not need lead. So it does. Yeah, he said it does not need lead. And, oh, he also told me how to get the starter fixed. So I'm going to go ahead and try those things out that he suggested in the comments. And we'll go on from there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little bit more of it. And the interior, it's pretty dirty. So just from sitting, you know, dusty, whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and get cleaning. So here she is opened up. I need to get some better lighting. But carpet's a little dirty. It's got a few stains here and there. Some really cool old wrench. And the switch up here, the bake light, is broke, so I can't use my lights yet. I have to get one of those switches ordered. Now, don't laugh at my battery situation. There's where the original battery goes, but they don't make that size battery, at least not in the States anymore. So I had to resort to jumping the wires over to make it work. And of course the car cover, get that out. It's all back here. There's cobwebs. I need to get some better light. Once it gets all cleaned, I'll show it a lot better. But man, the headliner is gorgeous. And yes, the top does come back. I'll show you guys. There's a little lock up here. And then, yeah. That is so cool. But close that back up. There's that little lock I was telling you about. Just thread it down, holds it in place. Go around to the other side, the passenger side. And it has some old stuff in here still. Some wash mitts, some microfibers. The old can with the paint number on it. This should be the red. It's absolutely awesome. And this is how long it's been sitting. That was one of the car shows that was offered whenever we last had it running. Just a whole bunch of little neat stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, start pulling out all the trash and getting it cleaned up. this out that I just found. Look at that. That is too cool. It says this license must be displayed on the vehicle which it relates. Period. 12 months. Yep. Make Austin. A 25-year exempt. That's so cool. It shows right down here. It says that it was licensed back, that is cool, September 6th of 1997. That is so awesome. We're gonna put that back in the glove box. Well, along with the really cool folding tape or rolled up tape. Too neat. I'm babbling on and on and on. Sorry, I'm excited about this car. There is so much history behind this car. A lot of it from the English side that I have no idea about, but I have a box back here full of all the information on it. But hearing it, hearing all the wonderful stories that my friend Laura has with this car just means the world to me. So I have to get it running. I have to, well, it does run, but I want to get it running really good. And I want it to look absolutely beautiful because tomorrow at Cars and Coffee, Miss Laura is going to be there, and I want her to see that it has gone to a good home, and she is excited that everyone else is going to be able to see it as well. Now, part of getting this car up to date a little bit better, of course, it doesn't seem like a whole lot. I'm going to replace the fuel back there. There's the 6-volt battery. It's already charged up. I'm going to add a little bit of this B12 in the fuel system to help out the carburetor and everything, and I'm going to add some new spark plugs. Now, I'm not a big Champion fan, but they have part number D16 in there, and these D21s are a little bit hotter fire, so maybe that'll help it run a little bit better. Isn't she just a little beauty? It's such a tiny little thing. I mean, compared to my hand, that's all 4 cylinders. Well, I figured what better time to just do the spark plugs real quick. Not a big deal. I'm gonna use my adjustable hammer here because, well, maybe. There we go. These spark plugs are quite large. Boy, she's running a little fat and rich. Out with the old, in with the new. Snug it down. Oh, I don't remember. No, we leave those on. Number 3. Definitely running rich. I'd rather have it run rich than run too lean. At least not too rich, though. Number 2. Now, if replacing spark plugs in modern cars were this easy, man, it'd make it a lot easier. And number 1. Spark plugs done. Now I have cleaned out the points. They're so tiny. Everything is good. I really think it's cool with this little rotor button. The shape and everything. It is just too stinking cool. But the points are filed down like they should be, and they are set to the correct gap. Don't look at my coil. That is not the correct one, but I had to make it work. And this is the original cap that screwed down on the coil. It would screw into place, but the wire was chewed up, it was ruined, so I had to make do with what I had. And so I'm going to pull this out of place, get a rubber boot put in place. That way it just looks a little bit more pleasing. Well, needless to say, I got a boot put on here, but we're just gonna ignore that little wire right there because it's crimped. I don't want to take a chance of breaking something at, well, I think I just checked my watch a little bit ago, my clock on my phone, and it was 10:38, so we're not gonna be able to get apart by 8 a.m. in the morning when the Cars and Coffee is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start draining the tank. I already know it starts up and runs with the wire the way it is. The wire the way it is. And we'll go ahead and fire it up. And I'm probably gonna have to wait until the morning to do a quick wash and a wipe down. And yeah, then I'm gonna continue cleaning the inside. All right, back underneath here again. Isn't this a familiar sight? So let's break this loose. And drain this fuel. Once again, it's probably disgusting. Oh no. Yep. A lot of it broke free. That's why we have the fuel filters. Man, I didn't want to lose the plug. My wife's gonna kill me. I'm gonna smell like rotten fuel. Well, while that fuel is draining, I'm gonna go ahead and check all the tire pressure. And I know the spare's flat. I sure hate to have to use it. No, she's gonna be a trailer queen. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably cruise it around, you know, at the car shows and the meets and whatnot. But as far as roadworthy, probably not here. I mean, I'm gonna get a title set up for this because these came with a registration book. And of course you can't use that in the state of Missouri. And it has to have a title in order to be able to be road legal. So she's just basically a gorgeous piece of artwork that runs and moves. Now that the fuel tank is full of fresh, good fuel, not any more of that rotten fuel, I'm gonna go ahead and see if she fires up. Set you guys here on this old 302. Got power? Yep. Pretty decent. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Fuel gauge works. No, it doesn't. It's not charging. I figured it wasn't. It's all dark in here. I'm sorry. This thing is too cool. Well guys, it's getting late. My wife's probably already upset because I'm running this thing. Nah, she's pretty understandable. But I'm gonna finish cleaning this thing up early in the morning. So I'll see you guys then. Good morning, Lola. We're gonna go ahead and get working on the trailer this morning. Put the new floor in so we can get ready to go to the car show. And unfortunately, the poor trailer I bought back in 2016 This is its original floor, and well, it's pretty bad. Now I got the new stuff sitting on here, but it's pretty soft. Back here, I had to do a patch job just to make it last for a while, but oh yeah, it's bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this floor ripped off, maybe touch up some of the paint, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna go from this, all nasty, to this. Lola approves. Now, this took way longer than I expected it to, only because I decided to pressure wash the inside of the rails, make sure everything was good. I primed all of the top of the railings underneath so they wouldn't rust anymore. Primed them with, you know, just regular black paint. Nothing real fancy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This dovetail, I replaced it 2 years ago. It is still just fine. So, I don't have to worry about that. So I decided just to leave it and just redo the deck because that was the worst part. I mean, it was falling apart. But what took the longest time was I decided to put these little marker lights on the front, on both sides. Didn't have the correct drill bit, so I had to make it work. But other than that, trailer's good. I just got to finish getting the car ready, and then I'll see you guys at the car show. It's gonna be fun. Watch the little thing right here.
Oh my gosh!
Well, everyone, I may have let you guys down. Now, as you can tell, we drove it off the trailer and we went to the Cars and Coffee this morning, but we were bombarded by everybody wanting to see this beautiful Austin. Now, of course, the original owner that I got it from was there, and I wanted to spend time with my family. We had lots of friends to talk to, and everybody was curious about the history and everything about the car. So we went ahead and just visited, so I didn't break out the camera. So I apologize for that, but there's gonna be plenty more car shows, and I'll get to show all the cars there. But this first one was pretty important, and I wanted to visit with Laura and my son. My daughter was off visiting with some of her friends, and my wife was there, so I appreciate all the support from everybody. And yeah, we have a lot more car shows to go to with it. So we'll see other cars there. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing backed off. Fire it up first, of course, and put it back in the shop. And probably break out the Torino because there is another cruise in this evening. But first, I have to go help a neighbor. See if she fires right up. Every time. Well, everyone, Maggie's back in the shop. 32 Austin, Maggie, sorry. I like to name our vehicles, but She's back in here. I'm gonna go put her back in her little corner, cover her up. And I'm gonna go ahead, after I'm done helping my neighbor, their lawnmower's broken, so I'm gonna go fix it. And I'm gonna go ahead after that and get my Torino cleaned up, check the fluids, all that good jazz. And we're gonna go to the next cruise in. So I'll see you guys there.